Okay, here's some great exercises, whether you're just beginning, just getting this guitar going, or have been playing for years and years. So they're exercises I've discovered actually late in my playing, and really would have loved if I had done these earlier on, because it works on so many levels of getting your fingers to work and working on weaknesses. And so you do this early on, it goes through your playing throughout the years. So it's really good stuff, and I've found I enjoy exercises. What's great about them is I don't have to put music in front of me. I don't have to overthink what I'm playing because it's a pattern, and I can think more just technique. Okay, think about how my guitar is set. Think about my right hand. Think about my left hand being comfortable. So anyway, so we're going to start at the very beginning. So if you're just starting out on the guitar, or again, if you've been playing forever, this may be helpful. So those of you want to expand your chord playing or your solo playing, and maybe your pinky's not as strong as it could be, this is a great exercise. If you're just trying to play your first notes, this gets all fingers working. So let's start here. Let's start at the 5th fret, and let's just start working on the first string. 5th fret, and and if you're just starting, you may just be using your thumb to play. You may be using a pick, but just getting a note to sound. Remember, get close to the fret. Let your thumb be behind the neck, nice and comfortable. Just relax your wrist and play that first note. Get that note to sound. Let's try to get your middle finger now on the next fret up. It's the 6th fret. This is a tough one, the ring finger, because these two fingers want to move together. They want to stay together. So, but again, see how close I am to the frets. Now, look what happened. I have this nice curve to all my fingers. Now notice once I played one note, I kept the finger down and added the next finger. So all my fingers are pushing down the strings. And today, this is the only time you'll do that. The rest of the time you can lift your fingers. But for this one, the idea is to get these, as you see, nice bend. I always see when my students get this, I go, oh, now that looks pro right there, because you get that nice relaxed hand that can move around the neck really well that way. So if that's all you do for a while, just one string and just do that. That's great. If you've been playing a while and you can start with downstrokes and then shift down to the next string, and that's another thing you can do. If you want to get faster, we can talk about using down up strokes. Down on the right hand, which then I can think about my left hand, right hand, and get that technique going. Now, you can take that all the way up and down the neck if you've been playing a long time. So, my beginners, that's probably good for you right there. But if you've been playing a little longer, even just starting to get your fingers, there are 24 different ways now you can do this. So, just pick a number. Just go, we've got 4 fingers. So let's go 1, 3, 2, 4. 1, 3, 2, 4. Let's do that. So 1, 3, 2, 4. That's a tough one. So 1, 3. Again, now it's quite all right to lift off. If you need to, we're going to need to lift off. And that's a toughie. But if you're wanting a challenge, start doing that. Maybe every day pick a different number. You can write it out, start with 1, 2, 3, 4, and just start changing the numbers. Maybe just change the first string and then change second string, but you'll end up with 24 different versions of this. And you might make that a challenge every day to try it. Now, I do it now where I do it all the way up and down the neck and backwards. So, and that's one of the harder ones for me, is that 1, 3, 2, 4. And it's, you'll end up, I like to go all the way up to 12th fret and back down. But you can decide where you're at and how much of it you want to do at first and then build on it. And so that's the main first part. Now, if you've really kind of gone to that next level now, and you've done all those exercises, and this is a lifetime thing. So just figure, every time you're going to practice your chromatic, every day you can practice up and down the neck. And you can end up, like I said, up at the 12th fret and then go all the way backwards down. But if you're to that point, you're doing all that and you want to try something even, another challenge, you can take, again, this idea of 4 in a row, but now let's do it on separate strings. So this one I usually do start on the low string on this one. So again, this is for more advanced players for sure. So we're going to take each string, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd. Now you don't want to just lay it down and play it. We want to play it like we're pushing each note individually. So that's kind of important, just because we want it to be staccato, and it exercises fingers separately to push down. And it's a really odd feeling at first to do this, honestly. To do one different string, it really feels strange. But it'll get there. And I'm not a shredder. The guy who does this is a super fast player, and it's John Petrucci. So you could look this up, John Petrucci exercises, or warm-up exercises. Now, notice the other thing is the down, up on the pick. So if you can get that practice, and that's not easy because you've got to jump a string, down, up, right? And then when you're going back, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That'd be quite a challenge. And you can spend a lot of time just doing that, just getting that down. Then the next step is to flip it around. Then take your first finger, move it to the 4th string, I'm sorry, 3rd string, and flip it around. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So it makes sense. You can even just practice first. You could practice just getting your hands in that position, because that right there, that's quite a challenge. But again, you'll find some weaknesses in your hand, and it'll strengthen something, and eventually you'll flip it around. So eventually you'll go, right? So that's the first step. And go really far, then you can take that same thing and just go to the next string, and then the next string. So you have three strings you can do. You can do the low, the 6th string, then the 5th string, then the 4th string. And there's another trick for coming back down, but for right now, that's way more than enough. Just trying that first. So again, these exercises are great. So if daily, just pick up your guitar and go, okay, get my fingers working right, do spider. Okay, let's pick a number, 3, 1, 2, 4. That's a tough one too. I did it backwards of the other one. And try that one. And then maybe try a bit of this. Even if you're just trying that much of it, and then maybe in a week, 2 weeks, a month, you start flipping it around, and then you switch strings. Oops. And somebody's calling me. Sorry, right at the end of the video. So anyway, this would be great as a daily practice, lifetime practice, really, to keep your fingers working well, to keep that pick working well. And it's not just for shredders. It's not just it's for people just playing chords. It's for people who play classical guitar. It's for people playing all sorts of types of music, because it just gets your hand to work properly. And if just one last thing to throw in there. If you're not a pick player, remember, you can use your thumb, you can use your classical technique on this, and play with you know, play like a flamenco player, and do that. So there's all ways you can use this exercise for all types of guitar players. All right, well, good luck with it and take care.